this is something that's big throughout all social media and, of course, around big tech. And that has to do with the fact that Twitter co-founder Jack Dorsey steps down as chief executive to Twitter. Now, this has been trending all over social media. Everyone's been giving their different opinions about this. And I found this out just a while ago, too. So apparently, he will be replaced by current Chief Technical Officer, Parag Agrawal. I hope I said that name right. Twitter said Dorsey, who co-founded Twitter in 2006, has been serving as Chief Executive of both Twitter and the payment firm Square. It's finally time for me to leave, he wrote in a statement, and getting into his rocket ship, going back to his home planet, saying the company was ready to move on. Face, keep it together over there. Mr. Dorsey said he had a deep trust in his replacement. I'm deeply grateful for his skill, heart, and soul. It's it's his time to lead, he said. Mr. Agrawal joined Twitter in 2011 and has been the firm's head of technology since 2017. I love Twitter. Mr. Dorsey challenged corporate conventions with his nose ring, a long beard, and wellness regime, including yoga and eating only one meal a day. All right, sounds interesting. I guess I'll give that a pass. But he came under pressure from investors who felt Twitter was not getting the focus it needed while he was also running Square. On Sunday, Mr. Dorsey tweeted, apparently unprompted, I love Twitter. In a separate message to the official corporate statement, Mr. Dorsey tweeted, not sure anyone has heard, but I resigned from Twitter. There's a lot of talk about the importance of a company being founder-led. Ultimately, I believe that's severely limiting and a single point of failure, he wrote in an attached email he sent to staff. He added that he would leave the board after his term expires. Why not stay and become chair? I believe it's really important to give Parag the space he needs to lead. Twitter's share price jumped as rumors of Mr. Dorsey's departure emerged, first reported by CNBC. But by mid-afternoon, shares were trading just under the value at the end of last week. So let's stop here for a second. There's been a lot of controversy around Twitter, too, because a lot of content creators and people have been hit hard by censorship. We talk about censorship on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram, but Twitter, let's face it, the entire social community in Twitter at this point is a wild west, and who knows what the future of it holds. But a lot of investigative journalists, activists, community organizers, progressives have been censored or were deplatformed on that platform. And quite recently, Fiorella Isabel, who thankfully got back her Twitter account, not only had her original account suspended for a while, but also her backup account that she created on that same day. A lot of activists have been hit hard by the censorship. A lot of progressives have been hit hard. Whistleblowers. People who are trying to speak truth to power who are being suppressed. You know, this entire era that we're in, especially where big tech is kind of censoring who can be seen, who cannot be seen, we are in some troubling waters. And with Jack right now stepping down, I actually want to pull up this tweet here that actually caught my attention. Let's go ahead and pull this up here right here. If we can zoom in, this is Jack Dorsey's replacement. And if we could zoom in on that second tweet right there. Former CTO and new Twitter CEO Agrawal in November 2020 interview, our role is not to be bound by First Amendment, focusing less on thinking about free speech, but thinking about how the times have changed. I believe in the First Amendment. Yes, there is free speech, but if there's going to be free speech, let's be very clear. There's such things as consequences. But right now, what we're seeing on Twitter, especially with some uncertain times that we're in, with a lot of content creators and how they're at risk of being canceled, it's very serious that we look at alternative platforms. Now, thankfully, there is Rockfin and Odyssey for other content creators who do their work on YouTube. Thankfully, there's Rockfin and Odyssey for those areas which they can continue to grow. But when it comes down to other platforms like Twitter, a lot of people use it. It's very popular. It's one place where people can share their thoughts, be it controversial or important. But nonetheless, if we start seeing more censorship, more people being deplatformed, more people being silenced, it really calls into question the role of big tech. Maybe I might be overthinking this. Maybe I might be just a little concerned. But I think this one person here, I want to pull up her tweet where, even though Jack's leaving, I'm just going to quote Shoe on Head right here. Okay, wait, Jack, come back. I promise, I didn't mean it. Yes, because who knows? With Jack's replacement, he might be more on board with, maybe hiding certain individuals. Because we see this on YouTube. We get people comment to us here at Hardlands Media, hey, how come I'm not being notified when you guys go live? Or my like for your channel just got scrubbed away, or I had to resubscribe to your channel. Who knows how that will play on Twitter, but if there's any indication of the role of big tech and how it's going to impact content creators, we have to be ready for anything. So brace yourselves. It's going to be a bumpy ride. And if 2016 and 2020 were an example of just how crazy social media can get, hold on to how 2022 and 2024 will play out.